Yeah. Hello and welcome to Midweek Gaming. We're back once again. Good to see everyone in the chat. Episode 31 this week. If you'd like a good gamer picture, please check out Gamer Picture. And you can order one from www.xboxgamerpics.com by the Graphic God. If you'd like to check out a website that does great reviews, news and opinion pieces and podcasts, as we are featured on there as well, please check out www.bg4ghub.com. This week we have a panel that is normally a bit more stacked than this. A few people can't make it this week, unfortunately. So we've just got Mr. Tushi and Cerebral Paul, but I'm sure it'll be a great show nonetheless. If any of the regulars want to, if they can, if any of the regulars are free and they want to jump in, just let me know and I'll DM you an invite if you'd like. No pressure though.
Doesn't he make you feel appreciated, Mr. Tushi? Yeah, they're not here, but we got these two guys. They'll be fine.
Well, Tushi was the one saying we should get some more people in here if they want to come in.
Yep. Oh, but, no, just the way you sound, it's like, well, we got Mr. Tushi and we got the.
I know. But yeah, how are we doing, Mr. Tushi? You've been driving your lorry far this week? I bet you probably have.
All over UK as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Knackered though. Been a long day at work. Luckily, my shift changed for tomorrow, so I can come on because before tomorrow I was supposed to be at work for 3 a.m, so there was no chance I was going to do this at night. So luckily they've changed it now, so I got a bit of. Well, I'm at work at 5 a.m, but it's a lie-in compared to what it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's all good though. It's all good.
You've been playing many games. I mean, you've done a little stream earlier, didn't you? I had a quick look at your stream, and the game looks good.
Yeah, I've been playing R-Type, the Final 2, which came out the other day. It was alright. I'm not very good at it. I kept dying. Apart from that, I've been playing a lot of Immortals Phoenix Rising, trying to get that finished before the drop of Mass Effect next week, which I'm going to drop everything for that one.
Yeah, that is dropping. I know VJ's looking forward to that. I don't know if he's pre-ordered it like you. Knowing VJ, he probably has though, because
it's his number one game, though, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, so I would say so because he kept telling me that in America it's actually this time round it's supposedly cheaper than UK, but I don't know because VJ told me it worked out at £34, but I worked it out to £40 something. Yeah,
I paid 53.
Apparently, it's got something to do with that in America there isn't on the digital store there isn't sales tax. So saying that might be part of it, but either way, it's quite cheap for what it is. I'm not buying though; I haven't got no money, but I'm just saying for what you get. Bar there isn't multiplayer involved, which I know if Removable Sanity was here, he would be doing that. I know he'd be saying, "Well, it's not a complete package. The multiplayer isn't there," which is true. It's a shame. But maybe down the road, I mean, because if they want this, how can I put it? If they want, basically the 360 servers are going to be pulled down eventually, aren't they? So if people want to play this future, for years to come, well, no, I think the 360 servers are being pulled down. I believe they're being pulled down this year, I think. Or they're not. Or is that just Halo?
I think it's just Halo 3, I think it was.
I'm surprised
it's because
completely. Yeah.
I think it's because they've already got it's running on the servers for the Massive Collection. So they're running it, and they're running it on the 360 as well. They might just have everybody running it on the one. So I'm guessing not many people are still on the 360 now, since it's on the MCC as well.
So that's probably a lot of the reason.
It's pointless having two for the same game, pretty much, isn't it?
It is. That's true.
At least it'll pull all the players into one place, so which is a positive.
It is. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait for it to go to EA Play. So give it 6 months.
That is true, because now we've had FIFA 21s in there, and that's been 6 months since that's been out. So yes, well, and the Madden, no, I don't know.
Yep.
They all come after 6 months, apparently. All sports games do.
And even though it looks prettier and stuff, it's still basically the same game that I've already played.
Oh yeah, years ago, I even used to work down the factory. I left last year, but I used to have a mate that I used to speak to all the time about FIFA. He used to buy it every year, and I'd have this argument with him, debate. And every year he'd convince me that this FIFA was a different game. I said, no, it isn't. It's just a bit prettier grass, and they've changed the players a bit. Oh no, they haven't. I says, all right, you believe that, but you're basically rebuying the same game. Oh, they've reinvented. I says they've got a lot of fancy words to tell you. I says, can you really tell the difference? Oh, I can. And you can see in his face, it weren't just some people were just used to buying. They just buy FIFA every year, regardless. Yep. I mean, I don't know why they don't save their money and say you can all pay for an upgrade each year. Here you go, 50 quid. No need to buy a new game. Just upgrade it and change the players. Because I'm telling you now, people would still pay it.
I would be happy with a $20 roster upgrade every year.
There you go. Because I know the real money in that FIFA game is apparently the Ultimate Team. It's like gambling, and I'm actually surprised that America and the UK haven't. See, what would have to happen if Britain actually recognised the Ultimate Team as gambling? They'd have to make FIFA 18 certificate plus.
Yep, same with Madden. Madden's the same way.
But they have admitted it's gambling, but the government has yet to actually do anything about it. Maybe they're being lobbied. In America, I'd imagine they would be being lobbied and wined and dined. And would you like a Rolex, sir? And all this and that. It goes on. It does.
I'm starting to see that MLB 2021, 2K, the newest one, the show, is kind of the same thing, because keep showing me these things where you can change your bat, change this, change that. I have none of that, which means I'm not getting any of in game. But if I go pay for some packs or buy a pass, then all of a sudden this stuff will open up to me. No, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think on that front, I've looked a bit. They don't have a lot of success in this monetization compared to obviously FIFA, because MLB doesn't actually, in numbers wise, it doesn't sell very well compared to a lot of the bigger games like Madden, FIFA, NBA. They're all bigger than that game. They are. MLB. They are. So obviously they try. The idea is to get it on Xbox.
Right.
More people play it, and they might be able to start to make some money in this area. Because you can't. I mean, obviously, I'm against the monetization of it, but you can't knock them because people are paying it, aren't they? You know what I mean? They are.
If they keep paying it, they'll just keep on doing it.
That's exactly
they will.
Right.
You're your own enemy. That's all I can say.
As a bloke at work, last year, and I said to him about this Ultimate Team. Oh, it's only a couple of quid. No, he says, I spent $1,000 last month. I said, how the fuck did you spend $1,000?
Oh,
do you live with your mum? He says, yeah. All right. Fucking hell. He's like, $1,000. I said, I spent a couple of grand before. I said, fucking hell. Oh, that's terrible, that is. And I couldn't believe it. He says, I try not to play the game because it's addictive. The Ultimate Team. Yeah. I was like, well, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you could have bought loads with that.
Yeah,
you could have bought loads of games.
As much as I like Madden, I don't think I've ever spent $1 on the additional stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, I've spent money on Gears of War stuff, but it's nothing on the level of this Ultimate Team spending thousands.
Right.
It's nothing on that
ridiculous.
level.
That's ridiculous.
You know,
people do the same thing for Fortnite, and it's all for cosmetic crap.
I hold my hands up. I have actually bought some skins, but Microsoft paid for them. Microsoft Rewards paid for them.
Right.
So I didn't actually pay for it myself.
No, but some people are paying.
Because my son wanted a Flash skin.
Hardcore cash.
So my message goes, all right then. So she has a look at it. She says, how many V-Bucks is that? I was like, that's about £16. Oh, he's not having that. It might be good. I'm not paying £16 for a skin.
Right.
But it did look really good. And I can see why people buy them because they're very attractive. They are. Right. You know what I mean? Well, once you start to play Fortnite, I'm not saying you will, but some people get into it. I know quite a few people that play it. And they also got this tactic of they have a countdown clock and make you think the skin's going to disappear.
Right.
Because I bought the Kratos skin and I also own the Halo Master Chief skin via Microsoft points. But when I bought them, I thought it was going to vanish, but it reappeared next day and it was still there. The fucking counter was there, you know. But Fortnite's the biggest game. Well, saying that though, with these court cases going on, Epic versus Apple, no end of crap's being revealed, isn't it?
Yeah,
like redacted bits and all sorts. It's quite interesting with all the craziness going on. It is very interesting, and some very dirty stuffs came out, as we all know. But all these companies are dirty, aren't they? Yep. They've got a
Pixel says he spent £600 on Dragon Soul.
Wow. You know, he's spending money on games. If it's a game like Call of Duty, I've bought the Battle Pass, but I'll never buy anything else. But games like, for example, Sea of Thieves, I've spent fucking loads on that. Buying different ships and skins and God knows what. But I feel like because I got the game for free on Game Pass, I feel like it's worth spending that little bit more. It's the same with Fortnite. I bought one thing on there, I think, and I got some skins or whatever it was. I just feel like if you don't pay for the game, I feel it's kind of worth just chucking a few quid in here and there. But when you've spent like £70 on the game and there's something that's locked out of your game that you've spent all your money on, I just don't bother.
I think that's a little different. Like I bought the DLC for Forza Horizon 4, which I mentioned before.
Nice.
It is on Game Pass, so I got the game for free, but I spent $15 on the add-on. And to me, that was worth it. Now, I think
you get the value.
With things like Fortnite and stuff, I think you need to be careful going, well, it's free, so I don't feel bad giving them a little money. But you have to keep an eye on that too. Don't get carried away. Don't all of a sudden realize you spent, £100 or £150 over the last year getting stuff on Fortnite. That it's.
Tell you one thing with Fortnite, and I will give them credit for. Obviously, there's a battle pass. Also, if anyone wants to drop in, anyone wants to let me know and I'll send you a DM. I have DM you Looper. It's up to you if you want to drop in. With the Fortnite, though, they've got the V-Bucks and they've got the season pass. Now, I was looking at it and it's $9.99. They've got this thing called Fortnite Crew. $9.99. If you play it enough, you get a character a month. You get the season pass plus they give you 1,000. I think it's 1,000 V-Bucks back each month. So when you think about how much the V-Bucks actually costs, it's only really because they give you the V-Bucks back, like enough for a season pass. It actually really only works out to about £4. They give you the V-Bucks back, so it really only works out to like £3 or £4.
Well, that's
I know you pay $9.99, but they give you, and then you look how much V-Bucks they give you back, and it's the equivalent of about £6. So I don't know how to do it, but if you're really into it, then it's a good idea,
Because for them to give you V-Bucks is nothing out of their pocketbook.
Oh, no, exactly. Yeah. It's true, but it is. But yeah, just give some shout outs to some people. Welcome, Dragon Wolf. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome, Green Pass Gaming. Flap. I appreciate you stopping by. Welcome, Assassin Looper. Nice to see you. Go Force Gaming. The roguelike man, how you doing? There's a bit of a controversy earlier because a lot of people haven't actually heard of the term roguelike before. since this hardcore Returnal game has came out.
I'm one of them.
Yeah,
a lot of people haven't. I have, but it's not a term you use. A lot of people don't say, "Oh, this is a road-like game."
They do now.
They do now. Yes, Returnal's brought it out. Welcome, Profit. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for everyone for retweeting. Who else we got in here? Just go a little bit up the list. Let's have a look. Back from the Dead, Pixel Slapper. A bit further.
Dragon Wolf,
Sandy,
get your butt in here.
If you want to drop in, Dragon Wolf, you're more than welcome to. Goat Force, if you want to drop in, you're more than welcome to. You can have a chat. It's up to you. Anyone who's in chat, you're all good people. You can, but yeah, no, we got a bit of sidetrack there. Have you been playing much, Cerebral Paul? This is the most stupid person to ask. Have you been playing much too?
Did you say I'm the most stupid person to ask? Oh, come on, man. Wow.
Because I played hardly anything. I have.
Yeah. Let's see. I played quite a bit of MLB, and Pixel said he played long enough to get the achievement for breaking a bat, and then he hadn't done much else. The most I can say about MLB, I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely a last gen game, and it's not even a very good last gen game. There's a lot of little things in it that make me go, they could have fixed that, So I've been doing a lot of that. I did Alien Isolation. I've been spending a lot of time in actually, and let's see what else. I actually have a list broke out here now, so there you go.
What's Alien Isolation like since the FPS boost? Is it a lot better?
Oh yeah.
Smooth.
Yep. Let's see. Of course, yesterday I did a whole lot of Star Wars stuff. Jedi Fallen Order. Even went back to Jedi Knight and all that. Some of the old school original Xbox stuff for an hour or two each. So yeah, The Force Awakens.
Oh.
And some Dead or Alive and some Mortal Kombat with the Fight Night on Sunday. I did do the Village demo. It's actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the actual full game.
Oh, that's good then. Yeah. Because a lot of people complaining they couldn't get on, but it depends what time of day it was. It was only for an hour, weren't it?
Yep.
Hello, Looper.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Sorry I didn't get your message sooner, Stubbsy. My phone was on charge. I forgot about it.
No, it's fine. No, I just thought you might want to drop in.
Yeah, I don't mind. Why not? Nice to have a nice late evening chat.
It is. How are you then?
I'm good, yeah. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight.
I have seen. Every time I look at you on Xbox Live on the app or on the Xbox, either not on or it says Hollow Knight. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. I got a bit mad, for sure.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, no, I did get a bit mad. I'd like, I think 3,000 odd geo. And I was like, I've got to go, like, I've bought everything, so I had nothing to spend it on. And I was like, oh my God, what can I spend this on? I cannot go into the Mantis Lords with all this geo. It's like not happening. So I went in, I died about 3 times, and I got my shadow back every time. And I was like, okay, I got my shadow back. I keep going, and I couldn't beat the Mantis Lords. And all of a sudden, I got attacked by my shadow and 2 of them shooty bird things. I forgot what they're called. And lost the lot. And I was like, I don't believe this.
That's going to be the new official name, the shooty bird thing.
Shooty bird things, yeah. They sort of dart at you. They're like wasps. Yeah. They're like little wasps, but they got big stingers on their asses. And they shoot at you. Like they dart at you.
Yeah, they're quite annoying. When I try and play Hollow Knight, they get me loads, they do.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with them singly, but when you get a cluster of 3 attack you at once, because I dropped down through, and as I dropped down through, all 3 came, and I had those and my shadow, and it was like no, I panicked a bit, and lost 3,000 odd geo. I'm a bit mad, But I just keep going. Oh, you'll plug through. I'll get there.
So don't talk to me about bloody wasps. I got
like
stung by one the other day.
You never.
Yeah, right in the centre of my back.
Very strange because at the minute there's only they haven't really started to build nests. It's just the Queen's building at the minute. There's no drones, so you must have caught a queen that somebody had tried to swipe, and you got the
bloody yeah. What it was, I was driving along. I had my windows down because it was a sunny day, and it must have flew in the window and it went on my back, and I've leant back.
Oh no, you're driving a lorry, bastard! Oh no,
I was driving down the motorway, like fighting him. Took my shirt off, and I realised that there was a wasp half squished on my back.
Oh, no. Nasty! That's painful.
Yeah,
I did once at school sit on a bee and a wasp fighting.
Really?
That wasn't very pleasant. Being a wasp stinging my ass at the same bleeding time.
That's happened to me actually when I was a kid. I tried to kick a wasp, bee, and it stung me. But the thing is with bees, if a bee stings you, it dies. Did you know that?
Yeah, if a bee stings you, it dies, and they're usually passive unless you attack them. But a wasp will attack you for no reason, and it can sting you multiple times. It can even sting you after you're dead, a wasp, right?
I know, like you're talking to a pest controller here.
Well, I know. That's why
she was asking you. She was asking
you. Start him off.
Right?
Yes,
she was looking for confirmation. Yes.
Yeah. That is true. They can. You got to be careful, even if they're dead. They can still sting you.
Same as what's one of them with the teeth that look like a snake in the ocean? Oh my God.
My penis.
Hang on. It won't come. You dig them out of holes. You dig them out of holes. They're huge, like conger eel. That's it. And I used to go digging out these conger eels because down in the West Country they eat them, right? And they've got like teeth and they got like a snake head, and they're called a conger eel. And you dig them out. Well, my grandfather dug one out, huge thing, brought it home, chopped its head off. And I put my hand in to pick it up, and it clamped onto me, and I couldn't get it off. Just its head clamped onto my hand, my arm. It's not funny. It's like these things you're supposed to be dead. Piss off.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
that's not.
it's not pleasant because you just can't get them off. And they take a few whacks of an axe to kill them as well.
Don't worry, people. I'm not turning it into the Bee and Wasp show, okay? And Welsh Gamer, excellent to see you, sir. I've missed it. It's been a long time you've been off Boom Show now. It's good to see you drop in. I hope you're doing well. You are. If anyone hasn't heard of the Welsh Gamer recently, he used to be one of the main vocal parts of Xbox Factor podcast. He had to go on hiatus for quite a while. So it's good. It's good to see you in chat. I appreciate you stopping by, the Welsh Gamer. Welcome, Indie Gamer. What else we got? Thanks for stopping by for that. Welcome, Mav. Cheers for stopping by. Andy Lightly Lad. Cheers for that. Cheers for stopping in. Where we go? Right, here we go. Right, do you want to do some topics?
Well, what are you all talking about, like roguelike and what have you for? Roguelike's been around for donkeys.
I know, but apparently no one's heard of roguelike.
maybe
that's because you don't play the right games.
That's me.
Well, it's not even a matter of playing the right games. You would think that if it was really that prevalent, I would have seen it on Twitter or Facebook or any other gaming stuff that I've been in. You know?
Yeah, I suppose. It's just I've always known them as roguelike because you have to you start at the
well, I know I get
with
the
nothing
meaning.
And you work the way through and you have to gain everything you get and you could lose it all in one death.
I've just never heard the term. Maybe
I see the term.
Maybe it was primarily used in the UK for I don't know. You know.
Maybe so.
Sounds like
it could be a language thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Because now you can't go through a day without looking on Twitter and seeing 300 people use the term like they've been using it all.
Oh yeah, that is always annoying. It's like all of a sudden they've picked up on it, and now they're like,
now they want to sound cool, you know. Now they
yeah.
got.
Yeah, I think if like Indy says, if you play indie games, you'll have heard of it, definitely.
Yeah, but it's like all the people like moaning about. Well, I wasn't informed this Returnal that I spent $70 or £70 on.
You bought it.
Was a roguelike. No, not me. I'm on about.
Oh.
I've been on Twitter, and people are actually saying it wasn't advertised. It bloody was. It was advertised.
It was advertised.
And the only conclusion I can come to, it's like Tushi said, is someone's seen the graphic with all the, nice review scores. Yeah. Not looked at any advertising or videos and think, wow, I've got to buy it. And that's the only way you couldn't have seen it, because if you spend £70 or $70 on a game, you're going to do a little bit of research, surely. It doesn't take a lot to work out that was roguelike. It's advertised that way,
Yeah.
Welcome, UK Dazarus.
Well, I've played plenty of games that are like that. I've just never used the term.
No, it's the term that's confusing, I guess. But I suppose if you have been playing indie games, you would have heard of it. But not a million people obviously play a lot of indie games. So if you play one or two, you wouldn't hear it. But if you talk to the indie gaming community, you would hear it a lot. Yeah. So it's that sort of thing as well, isn't it? It's like what you like to game and how you.
Yep.
If you're more into AAAs, AAs, and that sort of thing, and other games that aren't indie, then maybe you wouldn't hear it. But like you say, it could also be a British thing. I don't know, actually. I've never thought of it being a British thing. I just thought of it being normal.
I think it's a normal. I don't know, because in the indie world, everyone knows it.
Jago has entered the building.
Jago, welcome.
Can I just put in a second? I've been gaming since the 80s. I've never ever heard of roguelike. I've never played a game of these sort of games because I've never played a Souls game. I've never played Hades. I've never even heard of it until recently. I'm surprised.
That would be why,
but even when Hades was all the rage a couple months ago, I never saw the term roguelike pop up. Now I can't, like I said, I can't look at my Twitter feed without seeing it pop up on everything.
Yeah, well, I expect a lot of people have picked up on Returnal and used it because of that, for sure.
I think it even was trending at one point. It's like, okay.
Okay. See, I wouldn't know what's trending and what's not. I literally spend 5 minutes a day on Twitter and the rest of it. Now, I want to game. I don't want to be on Twitter.
Exactly. You're right. But yes, we will get into some topics if you'd like. There's a topic I'd like to discuss about something Mr. Jeff Grubb said. So I'll bring it up on screen. Now, this was stated by Jeff Grubb. Now, I've heard I've heard rumors that it could be a Star Wars thing from out of the coalition, but I haven't been able to confirm that. And these are rumors that have been kicking around a few different places. So it's hard to track down. Basically, I'm not putting any money on that. But the coalition is working on a third thing. So we'll see what that turns into. It's probably still quite a ways off. And whether that comes out before the new Gears, I don't know. Maybe it's in the prototype phase, but we are considering it something new. Now, he's talking about, because obviously Gears historically make 2 Gears games at once. Now, it's been suggested that Gears are making, a coalition are making a Star Wars game. I'm sorry. I don't believe that at all, because a lot of people in this community, not everyone, but there is interviews where the coalition did mention a while ago when just after Rod Ferguson left the studio, he mentioned not Rod, the new lead, mentioned about what was happening with the studio. The new lead, and if you were to read all of the whole interview and the future of Gears, you wouldn't fathom that they would make anything other than Gears because of all there's decades of lore, and there's a lot of avenues they could take, and it's not like Gears. It's not like the Coalition were forced into making Gears. It was a choice they made, and then they changed the name from Black Tusk into Coalition. Now it's in the name, Coalition Government, the Coalition Studios, and for them to change course, the Gears fans will turn on them. If they make another IP and Gears turns out to be a load of crap, they will say, well, that's because you made a Star Wars game. Look at this shit. That's what they'll say. All your money went into developing a Gears game. And I know people are obsessed with wanting Gears to make, Coalition to make a new IP, but some of the people you say, well, would you be happy if Halo made a different new IP alongside it? And they all say no. Halo's different. I don't think it's any different. But
I don't say different. I think here's the thing, and we don't know how big the Coalition group really is. Maybe they can afford to, and depending on where they are at in the Gears development, they may be able to move some of those people off to another project, at least temporarily, until and that's the whole thing. That whenever they downsize a group or whatever, everybody goes, "Oh my god." Sometimes it's just because they're in a point in the game development where they don't need all those people.
I agree. I mean, the one thing that shocked me is people were surprised that members of staff of the Coalition were helping on Halo Infinite. I'm sorry to tell people, the Coalition Studios staff have been helping Halo, the 343 Industries for years.
Right.
All their staff have been. There's no revelation, but people were a lot of people were surprised by it, and they've been helping them for years. But it's not hundreds of staff members. Yeah. It's minor parts.
I think all the studios under Microsoft, they all kind of help each other. They kind of.
Yeah, but I think 343 Coalition, they really get on well to do.
Well, but you know what I mean. It wouldn't be uncommon for them to go, "Hey, you guys got a little free time? We could use a hand here."
Yeah, I mean that's true. It is, but my opinion is because everyone says they're working on new IP because when they were Black Tusk, they were working on a new IP, and everyone thinks, oh, it's got to be that they're bringing it back. And Inside is all right, but they're not always right. And Jeff Grubb's normally right. But I don't think in this case, I don't think he is right.
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, the Mandalorian was such a great series.
They might be trying to push.
I'm thinking they're trying to push that, and it could be like that. You're a bounty hunter, not actually Star Wars, as in the normal lot, but like. Yeah. Like the Mandalorian, like a bounty hunter, like Boba Fett and stuff like that. I think it's a possibility, quite easily.
And on all that, they have, 1313 was pretty much ready to go before it got canned. And 1313 is about being a bounty hunter in the Undercity at Coruscant. So if that game just is there, but just needs to be brought up to spec, that could be easily done. Not easily, but
yeah, I see what you're saying. But if they were to do it, wouldn't you just can Gears and just have Coalition work on the game completely?
No, because Gears is a base Xbox exclusive, and it draws big crowds, and so does Halo. So they're not going to get rid of like Forza, Halo, and Gears just like that. No, because it's what people join Xbox community for in the first place.
It's a pillar of Xbox.
And like
that's what the words I was trying to say.
1313, a lot of the pre-production stuff, the story's already done, all that's already done. A lot of the, so it's just a matter of the programming side being brought up to snuff for the next generation.
And the Coalition's not tiny, is it? They've
No,
got
it's a
plenty
very
of
large
people.
studio now.
Exactly.
Right.
And also Xbox are backing them, and Xbox will give them the money they need so they can split their team and go into different things. And I think that they're still going to produce a really good Gears 6 without doubt.
Right.
But I think if you've got a small team like Obsidian, they're working on the big Avowed, right? But they're also running Grounded with a 12-person team.
Yeah, my worry is, I mean, currently there's only one studio that's successfully been able to work on multiple projects and actually be successful at it, and that is Insomniac Games, owned by PlayStation. The only company that's been able to do it so far.
Well, I don't agree, because there's Grounded is a really good, fun game, and it's still in beta, and we're all helping them build it. But they're still working on Avowed, which looks awesome.
Yeah.
From what we've seen so far. I mean, obviously we can't tell until it's out.
Yes,
but
true.
I think I think studios have changed, Stubbs. I think
Yeah.
that they got the money behind them. They're in the Xbox community, and I think that gives them kudos to go and try new things and do new things. And I think that smaller teams are quite capable of doing it if they're given the time, and Xbox is giving them the time.
I think technology and everything has changed in the background too. The whole work smarter, not harder thing too. So some aspects of the projects don't take as long or as much as they used to. Other parts do.
Yeah, I mean, all technology is changing all the time, isn't it? Things are being made easier. I mean, I know with the COVID situation, I mean, I don't think that the lack of games will hit until 22, 23. That's when we'll have a drought of games.
Yeah.
And
even that's what Phil Spencer has said.
Yeah, he actually, that's why I'm saying it, because I actually listened to him say it. So, it's the fact. and the thing is that apart from COVID, if the COVID wasn't around, then I think that you'll see the studios trying more and more different things because of the new tech, and because we move on, and they don't have to make just Gears, do they? They can make other games. They can say, well, we can apply this to that, and now they've got the time and the money to do so.
And in some ways, COVID may make things easier in the long run, because now they have the setup to work from home. Now they put all those processes into place. They can probably be more productive in many ways.
Yes. Just well done, Looper. You've got me. I kind of agree with you.
I didn't tend to get you, but I just see it from a different.
Away from my mic.
I just intend, I intend to. I just
it's
like
because
think there's always another option.
It's because I'm what you call a Gears of War fanboy. That's
the
problem. That's the thing you see.
But you're not really. You like games that other games as well. I just think that Gears is your jizz, so to speak, and you're good with that. But you have to see the other point of the coin, the other side of the coin.
Oh no! I mean, they are masters at using the Unreal Engine. That's why. I'm going to be honest. This Slip Space engine. Obviously, it's good to own your own proprietary system, but Gears 5, not Gears 5, Unreal 5 is going to be, well, put it this way, I think Slip Space and Unreal, what do you think is better? I think we're looking at Unreal 5, but until obviously screenshots are great, but then it makes you wonder, does the coalition help 343, or obviously are 343 secretly teaching them how to use and work the Slip Space engine? And in the future, do you think Slip Space will take over a lot of the studios going forward if it's good enough? Do you think that's kind of going on?
I think there's a little bit of cross-pollination there. They're going, okay, here's what it can do. Here's how easy or hard it is to make it do it. Then they'll make a decision what they want to do as far as any other games beside that. I mean, but they probably are calling those guys in. Those guys are going, well, how do you do this here? Because we know how to do it in this engine. How do you guys get it done in this engine? You know, is it harder? Is it easier? You know.
Yeah, it's true. It is. Yeah, but to be honest, I think if Coalition were given an IP just to work on one game, I mean, I think Star Wars would be a very good game. I think it'd be kind of game of the year, kind of that kind of level, because Gears 5 was. Well, problem is, if I compare Gears to Gears 1, 2, and 3, current Gears are rubbish, right? But the Hivebusters DLC that took it to another level. Now, if that's the kind of stuff we're looking at for Gears 6, or if it's called Gears 6, who knows? I know that's what's being rumored, but because they have insinuated they're working on 2 Gears games, so I can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah,
but I think the next Gears will be. I don't know actually.
Yeah.
If it gets unveiled this year, which if you follow the timeline how Gears operates, you'll get a trailer this year and you get a release next year. But I truly believe that they should spend longer on the Gears game, polishing it up, waiting for Unreal 5 to be finished, and release it later than rush it, because they've got Halo Infinite, big game for this year. I know everyone says Starfield's coming, but in reality, Halo Infinite's a massive game, going to be the best thing since sliced bread. You don't really, obviously it's coming out at the end of the year. You don't need Starfield and Halo. You just need Halo, because you don't want one game to overshadow the other. Well, because they're both in the sci-fi genre.
Not in this generation.
But they're different styles.
Yeah, they're different styles of game, and also they're going to Game Pass. And like me, there's things in Game Pass I'm playing immediately because I want to, and there's other games I want to try that I'm leaving till later. Yep. So now with the Game Pass era, you don't need to say, oh, I want to buy that one and play that one because I really want to play that one, but I'm not going to pay for that one as well. I can't afford it. That's how I feel about it. So they are coming to Game Pass, and so you can play them both whenever. So like if you get Halo in November, probably 20th, I think, then you might get Starfield in December or October, and it doesn't matter because they're completely different games, and also they'll be in Game Pass, so you can play them as and when you wish.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing.
You're right. I mean,
like I have way more interest in Starfield than I do in Halo. I mean, I'll play Halo, but I'm not a Halo fanatic. I'm not.
No.
Oh my god, I can't wait for it.
Me and you together, Paul, bottom of that table every week.
Yeah. I just find it incredible how people are hyped for a logo. It's incredible.
I'm not hyped for Starfield at all. Doesn't interest me.
Well, but I've explained this to you. Explained this to you. It's about the trust of the company. Okay. Yeah. It's about
it's Bethesda.
It's about the fact that they have not turned out a single player only piece of shit ever.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
when it comes to their single player IPs, they do amazing work.
Yeah, but that's the great thing about Game Pass. I'm going to try Starfield because it's in damn Game Pass. Of course I am. But it's not one that I would buy. I would not buy it.
Yeah.
Also, remember that Halo isn't for everybody. Some people don't like it, so you can't just expect everyone to like one game. You need to be multiple releases to keep the variety for everybody.
And keep everybody interested, especially in Game Pass. Yep. They want to build the numbers, not half them. So if they said, oh, well, we'll put Halo into Game Pass, but we won't put Starfield into Game Pass, there's your problem.
A couple of comments to highlight on. Shizna Elite said the Gears community reminds me more and more of Halo community every day. Now, yeah, that's true. A lot of the Gears community don't want Halo to change, and a lot of them do. Also, Daft Praxis, I thought Unreal 5 was pretty much nailed down. Ninja Theory said that we're utilising it for Hellblade 2. F4. Well, technically, Unreal 5 hasn't actually released at all. So they may have an early version of it. It's not due to come out to 2022 end of. Or is that end of this year? It might be end of this year.
I think what they meant regarding the utilising Unreal Engine 5 is because everything transfers over from 4 to 5. So basically, it'll still be in production when 5 is released, so it'll be utilised on Unreal Engine 5.
That's why I think a lot of games, some of the games might be held off because of that reason. The Gears game will be held off till Unreal 5's out, and they've got used to it.
Oh, yeah.
There was another comment.
Going back to Gears real quick. You were when you mentioned Hivebusters. Hivebusters is a game changer. I really hope they go more that direction than the previous direction. And if they don't, I will be like, well, screw this, because I actually prefer the Gears story to Halo, but Hivebusters was a whole new thing.
Oh,
we need more.
Brownie points.
I actually prefer playing Gears than Halo, but I love playing both of them with my friends.
I'm not paying these people.
It's the story that I like. I got more involved with the story with Gears, with the characters.
Yes, and then now you're on their kids. It's really cool.
Right. It's hard to it's hard for me to get behind Master Chief, this ambiguous, never see his face character. That why do I care? Whereas in Gears we had Dominic and we had all the other guys, and we got to know them before stuff happened.
Before they got annihilated. No, but I like the gameplay in Gears. I like that you can choose how you want to play. You can use the weapons all different different times. And I also like Halo because it's completely different. And because we play with really good, don't we, Paul? Cerebral Paul. We play with really, really good Halo guys, and so that's made me better.
Oh, it made me cry, but that's okay.
But it has made me better because now I'm sort of middling of the table and not always at the bottom. So it's definitely made me better. The more you play, the better you get at something. Or I'm never going to be good because my reactions are too slow, but I enjoy it because we have such a laugh.
I was going to say I just mostly do it for fun. Everything else is
exactly. I do all of it for fun, so I don't care. I'll play anything with anybody, but don't ask me to be good at it.
But I admit I do feel extra special when I get to kill 3-bit because he is a professional, and it's like
you weren't on the other night. You weren't on the other night, Paul. The funniest thing happened, right? I runs around the back of this building and there's 3-bit, and I shot him in the head. And I was like, and I walked off and I go kill somebody else. And then I came back, got respawned because I died, came back and he's there and I shot him in the head. And I went, I just killed 3-bit twice on the trot. Yes, get in. That's made my night. And he went, I was tweeting.
Oh, yeah.
He was stood there tweeting. And I was like, oh, damn. It's so funny.
Another comment here from the Lightly Lad says, because of my comments, Bethesda ain't going to suspend the release of their AAA just because Infinite is coming out. Now, agree. I agree with that, but I'm going against everyone that thinks Halo Starfield's coming out. Some people got excited because the Starfield copyright was announced. I don't think Starfield's coming at all this year. But,
I still think it's coming, but not because of the copyright, because of things I've heard.
But some people using that as their pure evidence.
No, they use it as fact, and it's like that doesn't mean anything. That just means they're grabbing it, to grab it.
But if I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. But I don't think it's coming out.
They've been polishing it for a year. They're waiting for E3 to drop it, and it will be given a date at E3. They've been polishing it now for over a year, waiting for the time when they want to release it.
I bet that nice check they got from Microsoft helped them help polish it.
Exactly,
and I still think it may come out before the end of the year. Not? And I've been saying that all year. It may.
For Elder Scrolls, I think Elder Scrolls is years away. I don't.
Oh, I think it's at least a couple.
I actually wonder if Elder Scrolls has even been started. It was that long ago. Whether they even started making it, because ZeniMax weren't the best of companies. They were like, we don't want to put much money in, but we want maximum profits out of Bethesda. You look at the mess. I'm not saying that's the same for all games, but that's what happened with Fallout 76. Get it released now. It's not ready. Don't care. You know. But
Cyberpunk.
We were well, yeah, exactly. Cyberpunk, but it still sold well, still profited well.
Yeah, I don't think it had that many problems on the new consoles. I think it was all old console problems.
It was over ambitious for the especially the base one.
Yeah,
the first ever one.
There was the problem, but they've tried to sort it out. I'm still waiting for the patch. When the patch comes, I shall buy Cyberpunk.
I do think a lot of people don't agree. I do think in the end, once it's all done and dusted, I think it'll be one of them games. It will redeem itself in the end, and I think it'll be one of them games that will sell like GTA for years to come.
It'll be just like The Witcher. The Witcher was horrible when it released. It was buggy. It was unplayable. It was awful. And then now everybody's saying it's their game of forever.
Generation.
Yeah. Forever. Yeah. Like, it's so awesome to play The Witcher 3 now. And they'll do exactly the same with Cyberpunk, in my opinion. Exactly. I think they make good games. I just think they were pushed by the bosses that run them, to be honest.
They were.
Welcome, Masuku. Go on.
Welcome, Masuku. Welcome, OEBP. Thanks for stopping by. Have I got everyone? Yeah, I think I have. Sorry, carry on. Graphic God. How you doing? Welcome, Jay. Hail, Jay.
The legend himself. Anyway, with Cyberpunk, I've done about 30 hours on that last update they've done. And that's when I completed the game, and it ran absolutely brilliant, you know. I mean, it's a bit... the frame rate's low, so like it runs at 30, maybe it feels a little bit more than that, but it was really good. It really drew me... The game, I think the game is absolutely brilliant. It's probably my best game of 2020, probably. That's the way I feel about it.
I might have to give it another go, you know. I mean, because I stopped because of all the bugs and stuff, and I didn't have that many.
Question for you: did you stop because you experienced the bugs, or because you were seeing all the tweets?
I just got depressed with all the tweets. I thought I'm going to stop playing.
You've got to stop playing Twitter, Stubbsy, and stop playing damn games.
Yeah. I know.
It's a load of crap on Twitter. Just take them. All I do is respond to my friends. Other than that, can all go shit self somewhere else.
I know, you're right.
I'm not interested. You need to stay off of there and do what you want to do. Play what you want, where you want, on what you want.
It's true. It is. It's addictive, that app.
It is, or
only least, if you let it,
or at least learn to balance the tweets, or really, look at like the sources and stuff. Because, if you stop playing because of all the negative stuff you were seeing on Twitter, not because of what you were experiencing, then you missed out.
God, you never played Gears if you looked, you've done that.
What's Gears?
I would have never played Witcher 3 if I'd looked at all the negative stuff before my friend got it for me.
I've got to get back to that. I bought that a while ago. I got to try that then. Has that got FPS Boost?
What's that?
But FPS Boost only works on certain, because it was you that told me about FPS Boost, because I thought it was only TVs that done 120. But some of the games are 60. I didn't understand it. But Gears 4's been boosted, but some of the games, they don't all the games you see, they're not all the games that they release on FPS Boost. They don't all boost. They don't. I've found that. Only select one, because my TV's obviously, as you know, Looper, 60 FPS, and I tell you what,
you can go into
massive
the
difference.
Settings. Sometimes you don't notice, you don't see, but if you go into the settings, you can change it in there. Some of them you have to physically change it to the FPS.
Yeah, they've added things to the settings without telling you. You have to go tell it you want to do it.
Yeah, I've been looking at it, but it's a different world, 4K Looper, I'll tell you. Thanks for that.
No, no problem.
It's a different world.
Have you checked back on the 1080p TV now?
No, because I'd have to bring my console downstairs. I would.
Well, one day try it. You'll think, oh my god. Feels awful.
I might do that. Well, saying that though, because my son plays, I know he plays Roblox and Minecraft. When I look at his console now, it makes my eyes go a bit funny because it doesn't. Is that what it is? I'm used to 60 frames. Is that what it is?
It could be, yeah.
He plays Minecraft and that, and it just looks to me like it's not running right. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the thing. You see, it's like I told you that you will be shocked, and then once you've done it, sod graphics. All you want is FPS. That's what we've been waiting all our gaming lives for.
Well, it's like, once I had my Series X and I was running all the new pretty and all that, the faster load times, there's no way in hell I could go back to a.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, when I have to put a game on for my son upstairs, I'm like, what's taking so long? Well, it's like on the Xbox One, I was like, I'll come back in a minute. Give us a shout when it's done. Series X is so quick.
Yeah, it is. And the quick resume is literally a game changer.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, I just quickly jump into Halos with my friends or Gears or whatever we're all playing, and then quickly jump back to Hollow Knight. I can speak then. Hollow Knight. And it's just so cool.
The only thing I wish they would do with quick resume is remove it from any games that are server multiplayer dependent, because some of them you have to restart them even after you go back because they've lost connection with the server and blah blah blah.
But then I've always hated dedicated servers. I think they're they're such a bugbear. I really hate them.
Forza Horizon 4 works fine when you reconnect it. Just literally locates you straight back to another server.
Yeah,
but there are a lot of games that don't, that give you.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, there's somewhere you get there and it's literally. I think I've done it with GTA. It was in quick resume, I think, and I went back on and it come up saying server error.
Right.
Yeah, you go back, you load the old bloody game again.
Mm-hmm. This is true, but I think for the games that it works on, it's all. I mean, I've had 12 running at a time. So
I've only had 7.
Interesting. From one to the other.
I've had 8. I think I've had 8 at most.
8? Oh, okay.
I've had 7
because not every game does it. So.
Probably only had about 1 or 2. That's probably it.
Yeah, but you're playing Twitter instead of games. That's your own fault.
Yeah.
I agree there. But on the subject regarding the FPS and stuff, obviously because I've recently gone into PC gaming and that. But remember when I made that tweet about I went on a friend's Xbox One S and it really hurt my eyes. And some people got really offended by it, didn't they? Think I was taking the piss, but it was horrible. Because your body adapts. Like now you're used to 4K. When you go back to 1080 or something, it feels awful when you're playing it. It's the same when what's that?
There's got a boost of FPS boost there. Yep. There's 97 FPS 97 games now.
Yeah.
There is.
And if you go back and play them, you notice it. It is quite.
It's like going back to a friend who still has an old tube TV. I mean, it's like, holy crap, dude! How do you watch this thing? Yeah,
it's awful, isn't it? It's you adapt. It's like I've been playing the high frame rates on PC. When you go back on the Series X, it still feels good. But like games like I mentioned the other day, Wreckfest feels smooth, but it feels janky because I'm used to playing it on PC at the moment.
Yep.
But
has that been boosted as well then, Wreckfest?
I don't think it has, but it runs. I think
on
it's
PC, on PC it runs
30.
faster. Yeah, on PC it's more faster.
Okay.
A lot of games on PC will run. That's what the PC guys will always tell you. We've had these higher frame rates forever. Well, happy for you. Congratulations.
But it's good that all these games are getting boosted anyway. It's not
it is. And don't forget the main important word, Tush. Free.
Boost.
Free.
Yep.
Yes, free.
Free. We're not having to pay $70 to get it or $40 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's free. That's awesome. In my
as the lightly lads just said, the community game night's Battlefield Buzz got an FPS boost as well. So
yeah, cool. Sorry, I didn't turn up last Saturday, but it's not my thing.
It's all right.
And I
No
didn't have
pressure.
them downloaded. And the truth is, damn, I'm waiting for the new expansion card.
Have you ordered one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I had to, because I've just got now. Am I having to swap things? And that's fine. I can swap things. That's all good. But then I forget to swap them back when people say we're going to play. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got that. Click on it. Oh no. So it's starting to annoy me. So yeah, I've bought it. Damn it.
When you get the expansion card, it's a relief because you've got like double the space. But then you'll start
then you'll feel that
leaving games. And you'll be the same again. You just
you'll be in the same boat.
Yeah, I know. But like with it sitting at 98.6, I thought, well, it's about time I did something.
Well, you're lucky that they're back in. They weren't in stock for the longest time, just like the headphones and stuff. So,
yeah, I know. It's just a matter of running around looking and finding it, and eventually I did. So I'm fine. I will get it in the next few days.
So
I would have, if I'd have had it, Tush, I would have downloaded Battlefield, because I've played that before. Not Battlefield, Battlefield
4.
Yeah, no, the other one, Star Wars thingy.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Oh, the Battlefront, yeah.
Yeah, I've played that before, so I would have played that one. But the flying one, I can't play. It makes me sick, so I couldn't play that.
Yeah, a few of us were saying it gets you a bit dizzy.
Yeah, it really makes me ill. It's the same even in Batman Arkham Knight. I love those games and I love playing them, but I started to use the car running around in the Batmobile, and I got sick from that also. So I couldn't do it. But it's just a personal thing for me. It's not anybody else. Like, probably hasn't got that issue, but you know,
the lively lads. The Lightly Lad just made me laugh in the comments because Darth Praxis put Battlefield 4 120 FPS is spectacular, but the resolution makes you feel like you're playing through a film of Marmalade. And then the Lightly Lad put it, Darth dropping the helicopter crashes excuses early. It's because I caught him on video. It took a helicopter and blew it up. It was funny at the time, but anyway. That made me laugh.
I'll have to come to community game night soon. I keep saying it.
Yeah, you keep saying it, but you don't turn up. You're always like playing Twitter. Stop it. Come and play games.
Falling asleep more.
Have a laugh. Get out of here, you big. You're not that old. Damn.
Yeah, you're not that old, or you're not this old. You
can do it if I can. Come on. I can't play with Noose this week neither.
I haven't got that game.
COD Warzone, so I'm definitely not paying for that.
Oh, I've been in the DMs with someone today about getting the community game night set up on PlayStation.
Have you?
So yeah.
Oh, have you actually got somebody to bite?
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day about it, and I've DM'd them today, but they've not replied yet. But I've put it out there saying that we'll fully support him, and we'll see.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It'd be nicer because more people can join in on other platforms then. Be good to do it on the Switch, wouldn't it? Have a bit of Mario Kart soon.
That's not going to happen unless they change their online thing, because I can't understand why it's so hard to play online or find a friend online with that. Why don't they make it easier? It's not like the tech isn't out there.
But you don't like your 52-digit friend code that you have?
No, I don't want to give my security code, my date of birth, and my life's history in one go.
Anyway, Stuz, where was we on the topics? We drifted off a bit here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We had topics.
We don't have to stick to the topics. But I will look them up now.
I forgot what they are.
So, let's have a look. It's been a good chat. Let's have a look.
UK Dadris, his wife was ordering some Mackie D's. Did she order any for Tushi?
Oh.
He's going to want his Mackie D's.
I ain't had one since yesterday.
He will.
Oh, some very important news. A Burger King has opened up in our town.
Oh,
It's definitely important, that is.
Normally, I have to drive to Coventry to go and pick one up.
Have you been to support them? I hope you have.
But I have to go past it every day when I leave work. So,
does McDonald's know you're cheating on them? Would be the better question.
So, I'll just go to this one. I'll do this topic then. I will, because this where we go. This guy here, head of Gaming Bible, said this. Reminder: you don't need to be good at games to write about them, or stream them, or even make them. You don't need to finish a game to review it, to publish an opinion, and a score most of the time. We don't get that time. Now, I don't agree with what he said at all, because to do a comprehensive review for someone, even spoiler-free, you need to have completed the game. Now, his comments about as of making computer games, if you're on a team, not every member of the team has to have played games, because you could be a writer of a game, and you have help as well, that people that have played them.
Yeah, especially story-driven games. You know, you may have a script person that's what they focus on. You know,
and then they'll wield it into a game. They will. Someone else will.
Yeah.
You know,
but reviews.
But I do think they have to finish. If you do a review, you've got to finish the game, surely, to give an opinion. That's like saying, I've played level 1. This is crap. 1 out of 10.
And also, you don't necessarily have to be. He's right in that you don't have to be a good player to give a review. No. But you might want to, you know, you can say in the review, I had trouble doing this part. I had trouble doing that part. You know, just like if I write a review, I point that out. I point that out. You know, but it's obvious why I have difficulties. But he's right. You don't have to be a great player to write a review. But yeah, you should probably finish the game, or at least
definitely.
I think Ains pointed out that they never review a game before they finish it. You'll never see usually day and date release of a review for a game that they have, because they haven't had time to finish it.
Gaming's great. They're great, and they also offer spoiler-free reviews, so they won't ruin it for you. It's the great website that is.
And but I forget who it was. There was a term used for you can give an opinion on a game based on how far you played it. You know,
first impressions.
Yeah. First impression. I played the game about halfway through. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I think. But that's not a review. That's just that's an impression. You shouldn't be sitting there giving it 5 stars, a thumbs up, or a thumbs down. You know, there are some games that I truly haven't completed because, well, this game is absolute crap. But I'm, but to be honest, I've said that, and somebody asked me why, and I gave them my opinion. Here's why: because this part doesn't work well. This part doesn't work well. This part made no sense, so I couldn't finish the game because it was stupid. You know. But to say that
don't press that A button too much.
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah.
A good example for this day.
The only time I've reviewed a game, or not even reviewed it, is just leave feedback is in Grounded, because they need the help, and we as a community are helping them build the game. And so, I leave them the bug things and that, but I don't review games at all. It's my opinion.
Well, it's like being a beta tester. You know, you run into something, you let them know.
You let them know, but I don't sit there and go, oh my god, this game is shit, and I have to write it. No, I don't do that. It's to me, it's irrelevant. If I don't like it, I won't play it. It's as simple as that. If I like it, then I'll play it. And I don't see the need to leave reviews, and all this reviewing gets right on my nerves. I hate Metacritic, and even like movies, it's all,
bollocks.
Because I might like a movie, you don't, Tush. You like a movie, I don't. It's all, the word I'm trying to think of won't come, but
subjective.
Subjective, that's it. It's subjective. The same as all games.
Part of it is too, I love Dying Light. Dying Light is an awesome game. Probably one of the best games that's ever been out. I cannot complete Dying Light by myself. There are some sections that I had to help doing because I can't do them. That didn't take away from the fact that it was an incredible game, and I can put that in words.
Yeah.
Most people don't try to put that in words. They just decide if they didn't like a part of it or couldn't do a part of it because the game is crap. No, it's I try to look at it objectively. Where's the limit coming from? And in that case, it was coming from my own abilities.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I keep telling people I'm looking forward to Dying Light 2, and I will probably need help in Dying Light 2. Have to have somebody drop onto the help me thing and help do my controller and help me get past a part. But I go in expecting that, and I have no problem with that.
Completely agree, but I don't. I just think that if people are playing 10 minutes of a game and then leaving a review, that shouldn't be included.
Nope. Yeah, I booted up the game and it crashed and it's stupid. Which I've seen reviews like that, by the way.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I made that mistake. Indie game had words to me at the time. I reviewed Ori and I didn't complete it. But
should never do that. Ori is a masterpiece.
But I've learned a lot since then. I didn't trash the game. I think it was very good. I did, but yeah, you should generally try and complete it or play as much of it as you can. But a lot of these games journalists, they do get, a lot of them, the bigger press ones, they do get their games early enough to be able to have completed the game.
Yep.
The thing is,
no. To be fair, it depends on how many games they've been getting. Because like with Ains has 2 or 3 games lined up. He may not get them all done by press by the time the game's release. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So he doesn't like it. That's why he pointed out they will never release a review until they have completed the game. Whether that's
I don't trust these journalists anyway. I mean, we're all spin doctored with the government, with the papers, with the news. Why aren't we spin doctored with gaming news?
Well, that's why you got to find it that you like and see. If you haven't looked at Seasoned Gaming before, look at him.
Oh, I do. I follow him. I mean, he's really good. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying the majority of these gaming journalists haven't got a clue what they're talking about. They're there to wind people up and have a go and have a pop and rip games to bits. And I don't appreciate that.
Nope. The site that like Season that don't take any advertising and don't do
or consoles, of course.
Right.
They'll rip into consoles. I mean, the pump for PS was so noticeable, and yet nobody ever took any notice. They're all like, well, PS must be amazing and Xbox is shit, and it's like, no, that's just their opinion. Don't you get that? You don't have to have the same opinion.
Right.
That's true. And Indie Gamer, I cannot remember how much I played of Ori before I reviewed it. So
4 hours.
I can't remember. I'd say it was less than that. I don't know.
A good example of this reviewing bollocks is, even though it was my favourite game on the PlayStation, that's Last of Us 2.
Oh, yeah.
Because when that dropped, the reviewers were they couldn't talk for 2 hours of the gameplay or something. They could only review the first 2 hours of the game or something. Was it maybe 3 or 4? But after those 2-3 hours, that's when the story the way everybody's seen it, the story went downhill.
Oh, the NDA'd it.
Yeah, the NDA'd it. They could only review the first 2 or 3 hours.
Wow, that's incredible. That obviously, no, that's not good. Luke Steele, sorry, thanks for stopping. I didn't realise you were in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that.
It's been in here since the start.
Yeah, sorry about that, Luke. I'm a bit slow.
He sure has.
Ultimately, Metacritic aggregation site of many different reviews or aggregation of them ain't inherently bad at all. That's Luke Steele's opinion on it.
Oh, one more thing I don't like about reviews is that obviously when they review the game early, they don't get, like, for example, the day one patch, but then they start bitching on the reviews about the performance, saying it's buggy or it's the performance drops, when they shouldn't really quote about that stuff until they've at least played it after the first patch, at least for day one.
Oh, that is the other thing that Ains pointed out. They do wait for the day one patch. They absolutely wait for the.
It's wrong though. Just
Jago says it right.
Yeah.
He said if you're getting paid money to write review on game, you should be allowed to release said review until you complete the game. Shouldn't be allowed to. I think you shouldn't be allowed to do the review until you complete the game, because like these early reviews just either put people off or get people hyped. I take no notice of them whatsoever and play what I want where I want.
That's true. That's
what everybody should do.
It is.
Yep,
that's true.
Because we're all going to be different. Like, I love Hollow Knight. Other people may not. I love Ori. Other people may not. You know,
you're naming all the games that I cannot play. By the way.
Oh, sorry. You may like Halo and not like Gears, or like Gears and not like Halo.
Okay,
it's
that's
just like you may not like Outriders, or you know, you may love Second Extinction.
I don't like Outriders.
Outriders gets on my nerves. It's boring, but like it's a 360 game pretending to be a new generation game.
It surprises people. I don't like Outriders. I like Gears, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have to beat these games that you have to stay online. You can't go and pause and go toilet and that. I don't like them. You know, I like to jump in and jump out.
Behave yourself, Dad.
That's what xCloud is for. Take your game with you.
Stubbs, you can't go for a shit while you're playing Returnal.
No,
you're starting the game again.
Dad plays with himself where he likes as well.
Yeah, that's real.
We're twins.
As long as you don't video call me while I was doing it.
Yeah, that's over the top.
So
anyway.
The likely lad says, unfortunately, Looper, not everyone has disposable income, and some rely on reviews to help them make an informed decision. I think what you mean, Looper, is probably find somewhere that if you need reviews you can trust, like a favorite YouTuber or Ains, Season Gaming,
or Jez Corden, usually pretty on the ball. Jeff Grubb, those types. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree, likely lad. But like, just to if you hit Google to look up a game and you see some writing there, then. And you don't know where it's from or who's written, just don't bother. That's what I mean.
Yeah, because I think
the only way you can review a game is to play it. You don't have to purchase a game most of the time now. It's in Game Pass, and if you do have to purchase it, that's when I look at people I trust, like friends. I will go to friends and say, "Is it worth me buying this game? Should I purchase it?" So you don't have to look at a review to purchase a game. If you know people that you trust, they'll tell you.
Yep.
Oh, I've got a little quiz for later.
For some
of a little question. It's a fun one. Yeah, Indie Gamer will laugh at this one. Out of all of our panel members, who would you say has got the lowest gamer score on Edie Finch?
It might be me.
Probably Stubbs. I've 100%ed it, so you can't say me.
Here's a little jet. No!
He's gone down.
See you, Tushi. Yeah. Yeah, it's me. Yeah. 600.
I know me and Al got the full 1,000. I know that.
I know you made sure of that, didn't you?
Yeah, we all sent pictures in the DM, and Stubbs done it. It was on 600.
I think VJ's done it as well.
I've done it over a year ago. So
yeah, it was 2019 when I finished it.
Yeah, I think it was before that. I completed it when it came out, I think.
It was a funny little conversation we had in our private DM a couple of a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, our Daft Praxis speaking the truth.
What's that? Let's have a look. Stubbs, you shit. Yeah, I don't care. And if you ask the same question, who has the lowest gamer score, it will also be me. It will.
Gamer score doesn't matter.
No.
Well, it does now because I passed 100,000. So no, I'm kidding.
No,
So,
I don't
definitely.
look. Once I passed 100,000, I don't look. I couldn't be bothered.
I'm on 92. I'm getting there.
Oh, you're getting there.
Oh, Prophet. You should know better. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is a good game. And everyone should buy it. If you trust me, buy it and tell me it's the best game ever.
Hey, I'm gonna ban him from the channel now. So.
Yeah,
I used to like Call of Duty, buy it every year up until World War II, and then when I had the PS4.
He was spouting this crap in the party chat the other day. Prophet, shut up.
And he's fair. If he likes it, he likes it, you know.
Yeah, he likes it, but like, oh my god, it's not the best game ever, is it? All the bugs and shit everybody was talking about. Not
the thing is, it gets me though. The thing is, it gets me. It's about that game every year. Everyone about Cyberpunk and all these bugs in games. Yet Call of Duty comes out every bloody year, crashes Xboxes, and nothing's said. It's like when Tushi bought it. The Series X, it kept crashing it and crashing it and crashing it.
Yes, every day.
Nobody had an outcry. Just everyone gives it the pass. Oh, it's fine. You know, it happens every year, and they won't. You know, their engineers should be able to come up with a game that doesn't crash or have all full of bugs, but people accept it, and that's the way it is. Sadly.
Tyson, with Cold War, it's the first Call of Duty that's ever absolutely wowed me with how fast paced it was. It was a brilliant game when it launched, but it was that buggy regarding it kept shutting my console down. It was a nightmare. It was the first day or the first week, I think it was. But after that, it's been alright. But it's the best Call of Duty, I think, out of all of them, like campaign wise and multiplayer. It's
better than Modern Warfare 3?
I stopped playing at Black Ops. I got so fed up with dying, I wrapped my hand in and swore I'd never buy another. But that's my opinion.
Fair enough.
I do hope they remake Modern Warfare 3. I do hope they remake that one.
Sells well, you know.
I've heard there's going to be PlayStation exclusive for timed. I have heard that. I don't know if it's true or not. Because they're supposed to be releasing Modern Warfare 3 like they did with 2, weren't they? Just the campaign.
Yeah, it sold well, so you never know. Welcome. Let's have a look. I missed it. Fastback. Thanks for stopping by, mate. There's a great comment from the Lighty Lad.
It's
the Lighty Lad's got a great one here. Look. I don't think I'll ever buy another Call of Duty. Good lad.
Taste you know.
Do you know what it feels like to me? It feels like FIFA 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
There is people that just do that.
They do is a little tweak. Yeah. It's like they just tweak it a little bit and then sell it to you again, just like FIFA. It's like that's how I feel with it.
I know it's strange, but they do. Each game takes about 3 years to make, but it does feel the same. You know, obviously you're getting World War II this year again. You know,
I suppose you could say the same about like Halo and Gears as well, the same franchise. But like, I just think I don't know. I just think there's an awful lot of tryhards in COD.
Well, my issues with Call of Duty is the fact that now I just lost my train of thought. Oh my god.
Gears is full of tryhards, big time.
Yeah,
going to rank.
But it's so huge as well. I mean, like 160 gigs or something.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is the next version of Call of Duty is going to come with its own hard drive? You know.
Well, they might actually say if you want to play Call of Duty, you've got to buy a new Series X. That's all you can have on it.
Yeah.
Well, CODs are more turned out indie because they actually work between multiple publishers. Each publisher takes a turn. That's the way. That's the reason that works out that way.
Jesus, 300 gig on PC.
Yeah, it's every 3 years. It's like the cycle is of development. It's 3 years,
but different companies. They have Activision does one. Treyarch does it. And I think there's a third one.
I think we've got Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward.
Yeah, so that's why they crank them out so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, first-person shooters aren't my genre, so, forgive me, but I do care that you love the game, and I'm glad you love it. I just don't want to play it.
On the next card, I think I'll be skipping it. It's supposed to be World War II again, isn't it?
Again.
So this is my biggest thing. Oh, I mean, you probably will skip it, but there's a lot of people going around. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. Guaranteed day one, I've bought it.
Yeah.
I'll be
it's in a lot of people's psyches in their brains, They buy it every year without fail.
It's just a reflex reaction.
I used to be like it. I used to buy it every year. And I'd say every year, I'm not fucking buying this again. And I would.
Why couldn't
I broke,
Sorry, carry on.
And I broke the cycle eventually.
I just think, personally, it could be like this Warzone thing. Why not keep that and just keep adding to it every year, like a subscription base, or like just keep adding to it and building it that way, rather than keep making people buy a game over and over and over again that's pretty much the same shit.
It's true, but one idea I never understand why why Activision never acted upon this. Now, the zombies is very big. It's bloody popular, more popular than the actual main game, right? Why don't they ever just have go it solo and have its own division of a zombie map? So you just keep releasing new zombie packs for years. People would eat that up. There's no need to keep bundling it into games. It could be a standalone zombies game. It'd work.
Well, we were playing that zombies one. What's it called? That new zombie one? Oh, I'm so over zombies, but the guys wanted to play it, so we all played it. And you just like shooting them and shooting them and shooting them. What's the difference? Every zombie game's the same. They're not diverse, are they? You just get trapped somewhere and you have to shoot your way out. It's simple.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, a Left 4 Dead is different.
Treyarch are good at making them, though.
Yeah, Dying Light is definitely different.
There's so many different games that are zombie games, if you get my drift.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so over zombies. I mean, I'll try anything. Like, I tried that with them, and, I'll play it if they want to play it. But, like, it's not, like, to me, it's not a game that I would go, oh, that's awesome. It's just, I just get a bit fed up with zombies all the time.
Stubbs, have you tried the new zombies on? Oh, you wouldn't have on Cold War. The map on that one, it's there's a mode where it's open world. It's like the size of Warzone maps, I think. Yeah, and it's literally you go around like basically doing missions on it. It's really good.
That's interesting.
It's really good.
I have done that a little bit. It is. It's an interesting thing because you're trying to complete missions and stay alive.
Yeah, and there's
just run from point A to point
hordes
B.
Of zombies everywhere.
You're just trying to.
Oh, Daz is moderating for me. I'm guessing it's all coming. He's having to moderate the chat. Cheers, Daz. Yeah. I can't see it. I can't see it on through StreamYard. 108 Dragons TV. Thanks for stopping in.
Ah.
Well, there's no one swearing, are they?
It's the lemon.
Or is it moderating them? It's very strange.
No, I don't think anybody's swear. Oh.
Maybe there is I think there was an F-bomb.
There is an F-bomb.
It don't bother me. Yeah, me.
So one thing I'm excited for regarding these shooters this year is because I've always been a Battlefield person over Call of Duty, but Battlefield lost me after Battlefield 4 because of all the World War stuff, and it just got really boring really quick. But then since Battlefield's going back to modern again, I'm really excited for that this year. And Cardi's literally going World War II, so I'll be definitely skipping it.
But see, that I was going to say that's the funny thing for me. I don't mind the World War II stuff for if the single player campaign is good. I can see why, as a multiplayer side, it would be boring. But if the stories are good in the single player, then I like it. You know, so that's just everybody going. Oh, World War
I do like a good story.
Yeah, I am. I'm just happy to be going back into Battlefield this year. Yep. But I'm just hoping it doesn't release the same frigging day or week as Halo Infinite. It would drive me insane, that will. I imagine Starfield as well on the same week.
Well, that's going to be easy for me. I'll play Starfield.
I have to pull a sickie so I can have a week off or something.
The thing is, I'm saying, I don't like zombies and stuff. Like, it's not that I don't like them. I love playing the multiplayers with my friends, so I'll jump in. But it's not a genre that I would go to first. I mean, I'm an RPG open world gamer, so that's what I love, and some indies. So, yeah, as I keep saying, each to their own.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Battlefield because I'm hoping it's more of it's breakable. I wish more games had destructible,
like Crackdown.
Oh, I knew someone was going to say that. I'll tell you what. I remember watching the Crackdown IGN video of that, and you ever watched a video where someone looks like behind the camera and there's a gun, and that's what it looked like. The guy had been literally forced to play it. You know, it's terrible. I remember that. That's another game I've got.
Fantasy, so I can't wait to ride a dragon, Stubbsy.
I thought the campaign was good on Crackdown 3. It was good fun.
I'm stuck on the final boss, but
another game I've not completed.
I loved. I'm sorry, but like Crackdown 1 was amazing when it came out. I loved it. The whole idea of it.
Yeah, it had that GTA feel, didn't it, back then?
Yeah.
It was good. I don't know. I still hope they bring a Crackdown 4, though, and keep the franchise going. Just improve it.
I think they've shut the doors on that. I don't think you'll see that again. I think that's it. I do.
Who made the last one?
Was it Sumo Digital? Was that the multiplayer? 'Cause there was two teams, weren't there? There was a campaign and there was a multiplayer.
I can't
think now.
I don't know.
I think people should play it before they make. Again, I think Crackdown was killed through reviews, and so
a lot of it was down to the people using the tech test. Remember the original tech test?
Yeah. Yep.
And they used that against it because what happened was Epic, the technology that the environment where the buildings fall down was possible, but sadly the technology was bought from under Xbox. It was bought by Epic Games for cloud, and then the tech was removed, so they had to rebuild the multiplayer. So it could never live up to the tech demo. But then again, when does many games over the past 20 years live up to the tech demo? It's never really happened. With the Series X, you'll probably get it happening now. If there's a tech demo, it probably, But back then, a lot of them delivered promises they couldn't deliver. But now, technology's more advanced. Hopefully, most of what you'll see is what you get now. But that's what plagued it, though, is, they're not destructible environments. They're not this, they're not that. And just because of the tech demo hurt them, But, yeah. A lot of bad press is what killed that. But as you say, I mean, from what I've played,
I really am hoping.
It was fun.
I really am hoping on this new generation that we see more destructible content because there's no reason not to.
No, especially with the powerful consoles you've got now, you should be able to Well, obviously, I mean, once we're in next gen, when we are in next gen, but what I mean is when most people have got next gen consoles, you should be seeing that kind of graphics and worlds by then. Well, you'd hope anyway. You would.
Oh, the Lightly Lads just said he's never played The Division.
Ooh.
I'd love to take him on that for an experience. It's a brilliant game, that is.
The Division 2 especially is amazing. I mean, if you haven't played it, yeah.
Biomutant's out in a couple of weeks as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. I know I said I weren't going to buy any games, but that one might be.
There he goes. Here we go. No, but it looks worth buying, that does. It does.
Yes.
Biomutant will be a very good game. If I can afford it at the time. You never know, it might be dropping in Game Pass. Who knows?
Yeah, I've got
That's
a
the
feeling it
fear
will be
now.
as well.
Who knows, you see?
Yep.
But there are certain people in the community, once they buy a game, it drops in Game Pass. Like, oh,
Yeah, that's so funny. I'm dying to play Nightmares 2, but I know it's coming to Game Pass because it's Xbox, public, when they do all the advertising and stuff and all that, and I've forgotten the other word. Never mind. But it will come to Game Pass because Nightmares 1 was up for gold. So.
Yeah, it was a few months ago. I bought that Nightmares one. It was on sale about a week before,
it's a great
maybe 2 weeks. I've not played it yet.
Yeah, it's a trick.
But it was in gold. It was free, so
it was free like about 2 weeks after I bought it.
See, that's so annoying, isn't it?
So
but I just
they probably tricking you, Tushi.
Marketed by Xbox, so it would definitely come to Game Pass. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what else I think is coming to Game Pass? I think that Mass Effect's going to drop in.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I told you Mass Effect.
That would be great. I'd laugh at you.
Give it 6 months. Give it 6 months.
Well, think about it. Regarding EA games going into Game Pass day one, they've already they're paying them like a monthly fee, whatever they're paying, to have the service on there. So the games are going to be on that after 6 months anyway. So they've only got to cover the cost for the first 6 months of a game at launch, compared to where they pay for the whole. It'd be cheaper.
Because the service wasn't actually very expensive anyway for a year. It was only £20, and I can guarantee you, they're not paying £20 per person.
Oh no, definitely not.
It would be a deal. It won't be like. Obviously, I bet EA's got something wrote in to say if your numbers rise, we want a little bit extra money, but it won't be much more money because it was an expensive service. So it was 20 quid a year. It was.
35 for us. It was 35 for us. That's why I had no. Even if I only ever played one game off of it, I'm figuring I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It's a good extra. As by the end of the year, we'll all be enjoying Ubisoft because I know Lupa's strong on that one. She said it's going to come.
I think it will. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You might not get the newer games day and date, so it might not be Ubisoft Plus, but I think Ubisoft is definitely dropping into Game Pass.
I would like it to come. I'd like to try
that would be
some
really
games.
cool for me because I do like obviously Assassin's Creed, and so different games they pull out. So yeah, I would that would be awesome. And I don't care if I got to pay £20 a month for it. For what you get, it's a no-lose situation for me.
Don't mention Stubbs about a price hike.
Price hike? What are you about?
No, but I mean, I do think that it's got to go up. But if they can bring in say 50 mil before the end of the year, or even like just after the end of the year, the more subs you get, the cheaper it's going to be, because that's how bulk buying works.
It's true. It is. But the one thing I have the problem with is until you get to that figure, Microsoft have obviously got a figure they want to achieve. But I think until you get there, you can't put the price up because you're going to put people off.
Yeah,
you got to get people in and prove to them
what you
it's
get,
good.
even so, Stubbs, for what you get like all the games in Game Pass, EA, and then Ubisoft, and you're saying to me, well, they shouldn't put it up a couple of dollars or a couple of pounds. Come on.
That's not too bad, but if they go put it up a pound or two.
They're not going to go mental. They wouldn't do that. They're not stupid. They're not going to cut off the snake's head.
That's true. That is. But yeah, we'll have to see. Because I know Animated Evil, he don't think it's coming to Game Pass. He just thinks the service will launch on Xbox. He does, but we'll have to see.
I think
either way, I think it could come. The difficulty is if Ubisoft, if it comes to Game Pass, and obviously I know it will do well in Game Pass, but there is a situation where Ubisoft could go, "Oh, this ain't working for us," then pull out, because everyone's going about adding tiers. If they were to add tiers, and then Ubisoft pulls out, they'd mess up the entire Game Pass structure. They do, But we'll have to see what happens. But if it comes to Game Pass, it's benefits. There's more games to try out. There definitely is.
I'm looking forward to Alex the Kid. 24th of June.
Yes, that looks good. That does.
Alex the Kid DX.
The first.
I need to have a go on that.
A Miracle World, yeah.
It
weekend.
Was the first game that came with the Sega Master System, I think it was.
Yeah, Master System 2 is built in.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, that game got me so frustrated and I loved it so much at the same time.
I need to have a go on that. I haven't tried. I've got the Mega Drive, a Mega Master System. I've got a cartridge on the Mega Drive. It lets you play all the games for both. But that looks good. I seen the. Did they release a trailer a while ago? A few weeks ago.
Yes, I put it in the DM.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's it.
See, Jago's got it. He's played more games than ever because of Game Pass, and that's same with all of us, isn't it?
It's true. I mean, obviously, before Game Pass, I couldn't. I was looking at 1 to 2 games a year, if that. Now I can play whatever I like for free still, because I'm still on free. I'm boosting it up with Microsoft rewards, like you do, Looper.
I never paid.
I actually filled out my dailies while we were speaking, because I nearly forgot to do my dailies today. I was at 105 days, so I would have lost that. I would have. But if you ever get a dispute, though, interesting fact: Microsoft can actually reinstate your days if it was their fault.
Like when my mobile won't connect and I can't log in on my mobile or download the games via my mobile, I've contacted them, and they've
because I was surprised because it happened on the Bing app. It kept saying there's an error, contact support, and I thought, oh, what have I done this time? Because I thought I got the app I use. I thought, oh, they've detected it, and they haven't. And I emailed them saying what's going on, and they reinstated my account, and I said, what? I said, where's my days? I said, I was at 85 days before this error. Oh, sorry about that. And they put the streak back in place. I was like, yes. I was like, at least they can do it, though. They were very nice about it.
Yep. I was going to say today at the Ability Summit, Phil was one of the speakers for a few minutes, and he said one of the things, as far as disabled people are concerned, Game Pass allows us, what I've always been saying for the last few months at least, allows us to try games we wouldn't normally try. And if we, and if we can play them, cool. And if not, we can give feedback as to where we're having issues. And they take all of our feedback and they say, well, okay, we can work on this and we can work on that. And that's exactly what they've been doing the last couple of years. So, they actually do listen to us. They're trying to get, they literally want everybody to be able to play.
Yeah. And I think that their program for disabled people is awesome. And I can't understand why PS hasn't picked up on it and doing something similar. Because it allows people to play that wouldn't normally be able to. And the joy they get from it, there's no money that could buy it.
Yep.
See, I read a while ago, whether it's true, that there's a special controller, isn't there?
Yeah, I have the adaptive
accessibility control. But I read somewhere that they reckon that Xbox or Microsoft offered up the technology to other companies, and no one took them up on it, on making their own version of it. They offered up the ability to make a version on PlayStation and other platforms, and they didn't take them up on it. I thought that was very strange. I did.
I find that very believable because we're the invisible audience. To be put it bluntly, I mean, that may change now because I have to go back and look at the recording, but but Bill said how many of the players are disabled that are in the system of the numbers they have, and it was some humongous number. And these are a lot of people that can play otherwise on other platforms and otherwise. So I mean, there is, and that's money they're losing, not Microsoft, the other companies. Yeah, I'm not drifting away. Jeez. I'm not going to swallow my mic either. Deal with it.
Yeah, drifting away. Yeah, it is.
I am not. The mic is right in the same plot. Jeez.
No, it's true. Like what Paul says. I think that the disability factor is what stands Xbox above and beyond.
And it goes beyond Xbox. It's throughout the entire ecosystem. Microsoft.
Well, this is what I mean by Microsoft. Yeah. But like, you can't. I can't see anybody. I don't understand why the other companies haven't picked up on it and are doing the same.
I know, Indy, and I've been working on it. But yeah, you have to say something when somebody points it out.
Yeah, I think that also, like, imagine how many disabled people and children, more importantly, would love to be playing Nintendo, but can't because of the restrictions.
Well, funny thing is, I got an IM in Discord just last night from somebody says, "Hey, I have a friend who just lost their arm in an accident, and they want to know more about the accessibility controller and if it's something they might be able to use." So yeah. It's not just about those of us who've been disabled for a long time. It's also about,
people that are recently.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
because
the
their life's gone down the plug hole.
Yeah.
So having gaming could bring them out of a bad depression and a bad feeling. It could make them feel much happier, and that can only be a good thing.
Yep. Especially, depending on what it is, they all of a sudden might be, especially with COVID, they might be separated and unable to see anybody, especially if they're still in the hospital, so, hey, that's what it's all about. And, Microsoft, I've been saying this, and probably people think I'm a shill, but they've been leading the way for the last 5 or so years in the ability gaming side. They really have. And like Stubb said, other companies are giving these offers. They go, no, we're good.
Yeah, I think I have to look it up. It was a few years ago, and it was on one of the biggest technology websites. It was they did the whole spread on it. They won some big awards, and they said at the time that if any other companies wanted to do it, I don't think Microsoft would have charged them. I don't know, but they have offered it to other companies, and no one's took them up on it.
Nope, I know. Logitech created a kit, basically a starter kit, with a bunch of the different things that you could plug into it, because it's fully customizable for foot controls, hand controls, and all that stuff. Dual joysticks, all kinds of neat little stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame more companies don't offer it,
This is it. This is why I can't understand why PS, Nintendo, any other console doesn't pick up on that and realize that it's a large market. It's a very large market.
Yep.
That could be tapped into if they just used their brains and used the time to make something that works.
Well, that's also why I support Gamers Outreach and Extra Life, because they do the carts and stuff for kids that are in a hospital.
Yeah.
Which allows them to take the video games to the kids so they can play while they're in a hospital room.
It is good, that is. Like, really is good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes you wonder why the other ones haven't done anything there, doesn't it? Really.
Unless they don't want to be, unless it's just, I don't know. I think it's an ego thing, I bet you. Oh, we don't want Microsoft helping us, you know. Maybe it's that kind of thing. I don't know, but it seems silly, really.
I think that they don't see the disabled community as a viable customer base.
No,
that's probably it. Maybe, yeah. It's a big base. There's a lot of people that would love to play games. That obviously not. Some people probably. There is people that have had like car accidents or become that way and think, "Oh, I can't play games anymore." But if they had that, they could, you know. And there's all different. There's loads of aspects. It's not as niche as these companies actually think. It's not.
Not anymore. I mean, because of Microsoft, really, not anymore. You know. Because I admit, growing up, if I would have been any more disabled than I am or was, that I wouldn't have been able to play at all, you know.
This was, I understand that completely, for sure. And I think people should also be of the mind that disabled just doesn't mean physically, also mentally. Right. And my son has Asperger's, and he was bullied continually online and was bullied badly enough for me to report it. And you know, he needs help in the fact that to join a multiplayer and people to understand, not to have at him because he's not quite as good as them, which makes me angry. And I've got him through it, and now he's, you know, he games and he's happy, but he's 90% of the time sticks to single player games.
Yep.
Which is sad.
Well, I mean, so did I. I mean, I've said it before. I did until I found the ambassador program in that group, that I have a group of people and you guys now that I play with and I feel safe playing with, you know, that I'm not going to get yelled at.
I had the same thing as being a woman and British way back. And it's the same sort of thing in a way, is that you're picked on and attacked because you were female, and then because I was British also, and it was just horrific. So I went to single player only games, Assassin's Creed, things like that, and I didn't bother to play multiplayer again. And it's a sad story, but it's a true story. The same with you, Paul. Yep. And it's like people don't understand because they're not me and they're not you. So if people had more of an open mind and understood, then they might see what we're trying to say.
Well, apparently, Infinite says he won't play with you because you cheat. But...
I'm not a cheat. He's a liar. He's winding me up. Infinite, stop it. You don't even play with me. He just doesn't like playing Wreckfest with me because I annihilate him.
Lupa, any reason as to why they pick on you because you were British?
Oh, yeah. Because way back when, I'm talking a long time ago, you would join a multiplayer game and it like Need for Speed or Forza, and it would be all American, basically.
Okay.
And so you'd come and they'd speak and I'd speak and they'd go, "Are you a Pom?" You know, and then be like, "Yes, and I'm a gamer foremost. That's why I'm here." And then they would start with all the foul language and, "Oh, you're a woman. Women can't race cars. Piss off." You know, this sort of thing, and worse language than that. So, yeah, definitely. Awful time. And I did it. I went in a couple of times. It happened both times. I mean, like, you need to, your prime minister needs to get shot. There's no such thing as England. You're all weird backcountry folk over there that shag sheep and stuff. All these things.
Did you tell them
there's some very rural areas of America too?
Did you correct them and go, "No, that's the Scottish"? No.
It's the Welsh, actually. No, I mean, it is proper. It's proper nasty, but like I say, it was a long time ago. Now women are more accepted, so it's well, I'm accepted in this community, which I'm grateful for. And like Paul, I feel safe playing with you all. But back then, no, it turned me for at least 10 years back to single player only.
Thing is, I would have, as soon as I heard the British accent, I would have been like, "No, she's cool." Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because you're a decent person. I'm talking, these were kids probably between, I don't know, 15 and 20 or somewhere around there. You could tell they were younger, and they just didn't have any respect whatsoever. And it was a horrible situation. Yes, thanks, Indy. I believe that too.
The podcast all serious.
Whoa, what happened then?
That was Paul and his new buttons.
Oh God.
Yeah. But yes, no, it's been a good show tonight, it has. It has. Thanks for popping on, Looper. It's been good to talk to you.
Yeah, no problem. I love coming on and chatting. You know that.
Yeah, sorry about the short notice.
It's okay. That was my bad. I just bunged my phone onto charge, completely forgot about it. Yeah. Was walling along in my own time. And then I saw I jump in to see Stubbsy and Tushi and Paul, and bang, you were like, I DM'd you. I'm like, oh shit.
Jago said he loves your accent.
Thanks, Jago. I love all the American accents too. And the Canadian.
Apart from Paul's.
You don't have accents. You don't have accents.
You do. Trust me. Different areas, I can tell the different accents. I know when they're Texan. I know when you're...
I do not have a Texan. I honestly don't have an accent. Yeah. When I went to broadcasting school, I was tested. I am what they call regionalist. I have no discernible, oh, you're from the South, oh, you're from California, your type of thing going on.
I get you. But there's definitely a difference, although most Brits can't tell it between Americans and Canadians' accent for sure. I mean,
the Canadians are all about it. The Canadians are all about it.
I can tell some of the American accents, like the South. A lot of the South people, that some of the accents the voices sound a little bit slower.
The southern drawl. Yeah, the southern drawl.
That's it then, the drawl. I don't know the wording of it. That's it.
Yep.
My missus still watches, even though we got married over 10 years ago. She still watches all these wedding dress programs from America. She does.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, she watches them and that, you know.
They're awful.
Oh dear.
I know. But
has she made that Coke cake yet?
No, but I did tell her, and she's never heard of ever putting Coke into cake mixture before.
That's Coca-Cola, everyone, not cocaine.
I know.
Oh yeah. Last night I jumped into Retro Gamers, and I didn't realize that my voice mod was on. So the first thing they hear and realize I don't know this was going on.
They hear this. They hear, "Hi guys, how you doing?"
Yeah, we could hear it in the chat.
Oh wow! I've got to go back and see if I can find that.
No, you can't
because they broke it.
Muted. They were all muted, and we're in the chat sitting there thinking, "Well, it started. Why can't we hear anyone?"
Retro Renegades.
Yes, nothing at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Stubbs, aren't we supposed to be doing a retro show soon?
We are meant to be, doing a retro show.
I'm excited.
I don't know when.
Oh, Prophet seems confused in the chat what I mentioned about the Coke cake. Have you ever seen it, Looper?
Yes, I've seen it. I used to make the Sprite one because it was like lemony limey. I love that. But yeah, I've made the Coke one. I've made my kids adored them, so I've made them all the time. It's so easy.
Yeah, Prophet, just literally get a cake mix from the shop and just put a can of Coke in and bung it in the oven.
Whatever cake mix you fancy as well, anything.
Yep.
And you just bung the Coke in, stir it all up, shove it into cupcakes or even into a tin, and they're just awesome little cakes. My kids used to want them every day. I was like, no, you'll be fat. Get out of here. You can have them once a week.
Infinite's got it right.
The retro show will be like Mega Drive, Sega, Dreamcast. There'll be no mentions of Gears of War, like the lad. I can assure you.
Edith Finch.
No, that's not retro.
That's not retro. Retro is definitely N64.
If you ask Looper, retro is
Mega
about
Drive.
the little blue hedgehog.
Don't be starting with that damn hedgehog. Just because I liked Mega Drive, I liked everything else on there except that. Used to do my head in.
Speaking of retro, when we was talking about Alex the Kid, when I'm going back through my memories now, I never completed that game as a kid.
No, I didn't.
I always got.
A kid.
I always used to do really well until you got to that like a jungle level.
Yeah.
And you had like a motorbike going through the jungle. It was about level 7 or whatever it was. And
that's why I'm looking forward to it now because I'm much better gamer. So if I can complete the likes of Hollow Knight and stuff like that and Mario, then I can sure as hell complete Alex Kidd. So I'm really looking forward to it on the 24th because I'll be able to redeem myself.
Because I used to get to the same scene all the time. It was like you used to go into the castle at the top of the map. I don't know if it was the last level or near the end. But I used to get to like the second part of it and I'd always die. And it used to drive me insane as a kid.
It was annoying.
Roguelike.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really roguelike. It was
I was joking.
I know. But keep dragging it back to that, Stubbs.
Alex the Kid's roguelike. If you die, you just go back to the start again.
Yeah, just go back to the start.
Retro gaming for you.
Yeah, but like it wasn't the start. It was just the start of the level, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, Indy. I'm looking forward to that. If I beat Hollow Knight, I will be crowned Queen of Hallow Nest alongside Hornet. Lol. Only if I can match her in Silk Song. I think
we lost Stubbs.
Yes,
Again.
he did a runner.
He's gone for his shit.
Thanks, Indie Gamer. You're awesome. I will do it, and because you believe in me, I can do it even more.
Infinite, I think he's upset about the Edith Finch gamer score. I think.
What gamer score has he got on it?
I
don't know. He's done good. He's completed the game. He's got 600 on there.
I don't actually know what happened there. My mic just cut out. He flicked back in
Lucas
then.
was like, "Damn this podcast, I'm out."
Yeah.
So I didn't hear any of that, by the way. I didn't.
I was just saying to Indy that he said that I will be crowned Queen of Hallowness alongside Hornet if I beat Hollow Knight.
It's true.
The only thing I think, Indy, I've got a problem with is the time. I'm taking too long. That's a bad thing in that game, isn't it?
He's going to disagree with that. I can assure you.
You reckon?
He's spent over 100 hours.
There's no way I'm doing under 20 hours, that's for sure.
Indy spent about 100 hours in the game. We explored everywhere. Indy did.
Me too.
He took
Infinite.
his time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so like I'm on like 40 plus already.
Jesus.
I did not say I love Sonic the Hedgehog, Jago. Piss off.
Oh.
Oh no, Indy says take my time. So that's okay then. So I'm not going to 100% it because there's no way I'm doing it under 5 hours, under 10 hours, and under 20 hours. I don't think, but I will complete the game absolutely.
Lupo, what would you rather play? Sonic the Hedgehog for 5 hours straight or Call of Duty?
Sonic the Hedgehog. No, wow. Call of Duty. No, 5 hours straight. It'd have to be Call of Duty. I'd go off my head if I had to play Sonic for 5 hours straight. I would go mad.
But anyway, it's been a good show. Yes. Thanks for coming on, Cerebral.
Oh, no problem.
Hit that like button, people.
Oh yeah, I know. Why are there only 13 likes and there were a lot more people than that in here?
Hang on, I'll change that.
That's true.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Can you tell people where they can find you, Paul?
You can find me on Twitter at cerebralpaul1. You can find me on Twitch at cerebralpaul. You can find me on YouTube on whatever the heck that channel is, but go to my Twitter and find it. You can find me every Wednesday here on Midweek Gaming with Stubbs. You can find me on Sundays twice. Sunday mornings early with Noop Nukem with the new Good Morning Xbox program, which is family friendly, not like this or on Noop's other show or on any other show that I'm on. So yes, I can be family friendly at times.
Cool.
And then you can also find me on later Sundays, or for me anyway, later. For you guys, it's a little later. With the Flemish Experience. I'm also started popping into Retro Renegades on a regular basis. They can't get rid of me now. So, and I'll probably even be popping in tomorrow on a show with the Next Level Gaming guys, I think it is. But yeah, so yeah, I'm everywhere now. There's no hiding from me now, people.
We don't want to hide.
No, it's good to hear. It's good to hear. Yeah, congratulations on the new show. I have checked it out. It's a good show. It is.
I see that pic, so I'm gonna get. Next time you're in game night, I'm gonna shoot you a lot.
I agree, though. It's so nice to be able to catch one of new shows live. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Perfectly on the Sunday afternoon for us, wasn't it?
That's why he picked that time, actually, because he was looking to be able to get more of you guys.
Because the problem is with new shows, like when it finishes, I'm literally up like an hour later from work to get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite late. It is. So it's good to hear. It is. Where are we? Thanks for coming on, Mr. Tushi. Where can people find you? And have you announced the games for community game night this week? You probably have.
I have. But anyway, you can find me on anywhere as Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch. All is Mr. Tushi on Switch. Is all loads of numbers. I ain't got a clue what they are. You can also find me on YouTube and Twitch as Mr. Tushi as well. For community game night this week, I'm renting a private server again on Battlefield 4, which was really good. We had a really good time the last time we played it. Hopefully there's a few more people come on this time. I think we still had about 12 people come on last time, which was really good. And then also Saturday we're playing Halo Massive Collection and Dirt 5. All available in Game Pass.
Yep, check it out, people. I might make an entrance, you never know.
At least Battlefield 4, come on.
Oh, I didn't turn up for Gears, did I? So. Do you know why that was, though? I hadn't played Gears in weeks. I didn't want to get my ass kicked.
Is it twice you've missed the Gears ones? Because the last time you requested me to do a Gears one, so I've done a Gears one. You did turn up.
No, I didn't. I don't think I turned up.
That was the time before, wasn't it? It was the one before that was.
I've not played Gears.
We did a Gears one, and then he didn't turn up. I remember that. I was there.
I think I was the one I requested.
You went
was when I was playing inside. I was playing inside, and then I fell asleep after that. But I haven't played Gears in about 6 weeks. So that.
And me.
I don't think you've played anything in 6 weeks except Twitter.
No, I do play games.
Well, stop it. Stop playing that and stop sleeping and play some games.
Well, see, the way I'm set up, I can
get in a party with us.
I can do both.
Yeah, sleep and play games at the same time. Cool.
Yeah, I do
I play them
better
in my head all the time.
Sometimes. Yeah, I do better that way sometimes.
Yes, me too.
But yeah, thanks, Looper, for coming on at short notice.
Short shift, you were going to say, weren't
Yeah, it's been good. It has. Do you want to tell people where they can find you? Because you're on quite a few podcasts, aren't you? You are.
Yeah, you can find me on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK time on Xbox Ultimate. You can find me on Twitter and Xbox at Assassin Looper, and I'll catch you all gaming, folks.
Yeah, thanks, Luke, for
And it's
coming
been
on.
great for having me. Thank you very much, Stubbsy. It's been great fun. I've enjoyed it. And the chat, you are awesome. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yeah, it's been good, everyone. Thanks for watching and liking and subscribing and all sorts. I don't really shout myself out, but subscribe if you like.
Go on, do it just once.
I did. Click like, subscribe. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone, and I'll see you all next week.